Hi, I'm Duel, and welcome to episode 3 of my Botania Skyblock series. Between episodes, I made a very basic mob farm, and this episode we're going to use a new tool, the Runic altar, and both improve that farm and make our first preparations for visiting the Nether. Anyway, let's get started. Also, sorry if there's any weirdness in the audio. For whatever reason, OBS abruptly decided that it did not like my microphone, so we're using the built-in laptop microphone for the moment until I can get that fixed. Anyway, so first thing we're going to do is take this ender pearl and toss it into the mana pool that doesn't have enough mana. That is awkward. I'm going to try it with the other mana pool, see if that has a little bit more. Also, so one thing that I need to mention, this is a new flower that I made between episodes. It's called the Bellathorn, and when I flip this lever here, it activates and deals damage to any mobs within its area, which is unfortunately not quite to the back of the mob farm, but that is something that I will fix later. Probably in this episode. Okay, now we have our mana pearl. Great. And then we are going to craft another thing, a runic altar. Okay, and gonna need another mana spreader, which thankfully we do have the logs for. Just gonna take a little orange flower, or petal, plop it in there, and there we go. And that should be ready to use. Now I'm going to do a little bit more resource gathering, and I will see you in a little bit and actually put this thing to some use. Also, before I go, I'm going to take a couple of minutes to explain what the current issues with our mob farm are. First of all, there's the reach issue with the Bellathorn that unfortunately we're going to need a lot more string to fix, although that said, off camera I'm going to do some testing just to see if the Bellathorn will work up top, to see if we can maybe squeeze a little bit more out of it. Second of all, since it's just 5x5, spiders, since they need a 3x3 area to spawn in, have a lot more trouble. So that is why we're getting a lot of rotten flesh and bones and gunpowder, but not so much in terms of string, which is unfortunate because string is kind of what we need, but one of my plans is to try to scale that thing up a bit. However, one thing that we do have enough string for is we are going to finally make a bed. Let's do that right now. Also, I made a bow because sometimes the Bellathorn, misses creepers at the back and can't hear those, so it's good to be able to shoot them when you see them, particularly since I don't really have the stuff yet to be fighting them up close. And also just they're not something that you want to fight up close in Skyblock anyway. I just wait for the sun to actually set, and while I'm doing that, I'm gonna turn off the Bellthorn, which actually involves turning the redstone signal on, because there are some flowers, that one included, that have the nice property of being able to turn it on and off with a lever, but it's a little bit on the counterintuitive side. And then, sweet dreams. That is good feeling. Don't need to worry about phantoms anymore. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna see if I can't get some string, and yeah. See you in a bit. Okay, I am back after possibly too long spent farming string, but we finally have 12 string, which is just enough to do what we want to do with it. I also have some feathers that I got from a chicken jockey that appeared pretty early on in the mob farm, and those will be the ingredients that we need to make our very first rune. I'm also going to craft up these wheat into hay bales because we might need that later. Don't know, but worth having. So I'm gonna make 2 wool out of these and turn that wool into a carpet. Put a string there, put one of our feathers there, have a living rock handy, and then let's give this runic altar a try, shall we? So feather goes on, string, white carpet, some mana powder and mana steel ingot that I made off camera from from some gunpowder and an iron ingot, respectively. And then it will start making our first rune, and there we have it. So put the living rock on there and give it a tap with the magic wand, and there we have it. So, okay, this would probably be a good time to check if we actually have the petals required for our next flower. Okay. 2 gray, 2 light gray, and a redstone root. Got it. Then, just double checking. Okay, rune of air 2. We also need a bowl of water. And now we have a hopper hawk, which will be part of our plan for making our mob farm the best that it can be. So first of all, I need to clear it out, and also I need to get some more cobble, because we need that if we want to expand. So be right back, and just gonna shave off a couple more pieces of dirt that we are going to be getting around to be able to replace very soon. Just not quite yet. Gonna need mushrooms for the required rune for that, which in Garden of Glass can't be found in the overworld to my knowledge, apart from maybe with the Wandering Trader. Anyway. And just check if there's anything that will go boom on me in there. Nope, but there is an ender pearl, nice. And some string. Excellent. I'm gonna just kill those bats. Or the flower's going to do that for me. That also works too. And I'm gonna just take down the ceiling. And I think that I'm gonna be expanding it outwards from the base. I just think that that'll probably make things easier. Also, we're gonna just want to be maintaining at least a little bit of distance. And do this very carefully. So we're gonna be wanting this to be a 9x9 because at least with the testing that I have done in my test world, that's what the range of the Bellthorn is, and what I think the range of this new flower, the Hopperhawk, is. Which, that one's a particularly exciting flower. So what that one does is if you put it next to some kind of thing with an inventory, I'm going to do a chest this time, it's going to pick up any items from the ground and put it in that inventory. So that'll save a lot of the danger and time involved with picking up the mob drops. Yeah, and eventually I do want to build something pretty looking around that mob farm just so that it isn't an ugly cobblestone box. But unfortunately, our palette options are pretty limited at the moment, and I am, of course, all about the aesthetic, so yeah, it's going to remain a cobblestone box for the moment. Okay, and we want, minor correction, we want the interior area to be 9x9, so as of now it's currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, technically 6, but that's a wall, by 5. So we just want to build it out a little bit, 4 rows on each side, and finish that up, and then do some moving. So this is where we're going to be wanting to put our Bellthorn, just so that it reaches all sides of it evenly. So let's get started moving this stuff. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to waste some of that mana, but whatever, can't be helped. Well, can be helped, but actually, wait, no, hang on. I will help it right now. So just need to cook a cobblestone, make me another living rock, then take that lovely ender pearl that we got, dunk it in here to get a mana pearl. Take that stone. Forget about the orchid. Mind the coal, mind the orchid. Cook another stone. Contemplate moving that pure daisy later. There we go. And that's going to take a little bit. Excellent. We've got another living rock, which we're going to mine and then make into a mana tablet, which these things can be used to transfer mana, so that we can move that mana pool just fine without having to waste any mana. And then just fill it up. Doesn't even have very much in there. And by very much, I mean a visible amount. I can be a little bit ridiculous sometimes. mine this dirt and get worryingly close to falling into the void. Mine that. Pick the right tool and mine that. So what we're doing is basically setting up the exact same setup as we have down here, up here. And since it's up in the center, it'll reach down and get all parts of the spawning area, rather than just the front bit. Now, time to do another dangerous maneuver. And we at least theoretically have everything that we need to put the same setup on top. I'm actually going to put this up here just so that we can not intrude down into the spawning area. Nope. The mana spreader goes there. Cool. That powers the torch. Which, let's put this lever down. Full powers that. Powers this redstone. Wait. Yeah, take off the redstone for now. So we can put in our dropper. And then reset button goes here. And I'm going to want to box that in just to prevent any weird bouncing. And that is ready. Now we just need to do the hopper hawk, keeping mindful of the daylight. Then we take out the torches and we should have a slightly more functional mob farm. Put that there. Anything else I'm forgetting? Boop, 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 boop. Okay, just need to go and fill up the hole in the side and take out the torches in the reverse order that I said that in. And see if this thing works now. Wouldn't be the first time I've tried to make something better and then broken it. That is how working on contraptions, either vanilla redstone or Botania, works. Oh wait, hang on, it helps if the mana pool actually has mana. Let me fix that. And yes, a future upgrade to this will involve handrails. Hang on, wait, put the button on the wrong thing. The button needs to go there so that it can power the torch and the... There we go. Oh, and we also want to put torches up here so that we don't spawn anything. Right, that is an issue that I did not think of that fortunately isn't very fixable until we can get ourselves some leather, which I'm going to double check. Okay, so we're going to need an alchemy catalyst, which requires brewing stands, which unfortunately requires the nether, but so yeah, this is going to end up being a little bit more manual. Or wait, hang on. Can do at least a temporary fix. Just gonna take out this. Put in this. So it isn't perfect, but so basically what we can do is we can turn this lever on to put it into refueling mode where the hopper hawk won't collect anything, but at the same time the dropper will be free to do its thing. Also looking at that, I think we got a witch. Exciting. Anyway, I'm gonna put some charcoal in, let it refuel for a while, then move on to our next stage of doing things. Anyway, now time to see what I have been growing all of these pumpkins for. So gonna need some string, gonna need some gunpowder, some rotten flesh, and some bones. And also some iron if we want to actually use this thing. And we need me to have enough brain cells to be able to type in the crafting recipe. There we go. And gonna do 5 fell pumpkins, which are going to be our way of getting blazes in the overworld, which is going to be, in the future, our key to getting... Wait. Why is it not working? I'm just gonna mine that and put that in there. Should be connected. Got the mana pool. And the flame's doing its thing. Okay, where did that mana go? Now, time to go back and get more coal. Weird. Now it's working. Excellent. Do a little look around. Just to double check that my calculations were correct. Then no creepers, please. Yay! And now time to realize that totally forgot a couple of things. Close this up around us, and then it is time to fight a blaze. Wait, it just occurs to me that some of the walls are made of wood. Hopefully it won't live long enough for that to be a problem. Anywho, let's do iron bars number 1 and iron bars number 2. And do we need to place the... Yeah, I think it's like withers where you need to place the head last. What's the problem? Really don't want to fight you out in the open. Let's... One, 2, and... Oh wait, was that the reason? And there we go, our first blaze powder. Wow, 10 of it. Let's close this thing up. Or actually, wait, no, leave it open. And I'm going to demonstrate just how we're going to be using this thing to go to the Nether, and then I will sit off camera and make a whole bunch of these, basically enough for another portal, and see you later. Or wait, hang on. How many diamonds do we have? Wait, we've got 3. Excellent. Don't need to do anything fancy with with anything. So first of all, we're going to make this into a blaze mesh. And then there is a funny thing that happens when you put it next to a pure daisy. And wait a little bit, as typical with pure daisy stuff. And there we have it. The blaze mesh, when right next to a pure daisy, turns into obsidian. So with that, I'm gonna go and make 13 more of these, and so we can make another portal. And I will see you in the next episode. See you.